Probably one of the #1 questions on your Stampinator is, why doesn't this wet ink stick to the Teflon? And what happens when it does? Well, there's really only 2 reasons, and here's how to troubleshoot it. It's time, temp. Either your ink is getting not hot enough, or it's getting too hot and actually curing. When you're printing, especially larger prints, the Stampinator might need a little bit of a time to really settle into its place. Also, your ink varies. Low cure inks are gonna react differently than standard cure inks. Right now we have the Stampinator set to 325 with the Teflon insert. That might not be hot enough, so let's actually see what happens when we stamp it. So right here we see the ink actually transferring to the Stampinator. Let's see why that happened. All you have to do is simply touch the ink just like you would if you flashed it. That ink is still wet, meaning that we either need hotter Stampinator or longer time. When it comes to adjusting, we want to make small incremental changes. We don't want to go from 3 seconds to 10 seconds or from 325 to 365. We want to go in 5-degree or 1-second increments. So we're going to take it from 325 to 330 or stamping from 4 seconds to 5 seconds. Before we do our next stamp, we need to get that ink off of the Teflon. Very simple to do. Clean rag, just wipe it off, comes right off. You want to be a little careful, obviously, not to touch this because it's 330 degrees. All right, now let's stamp it. And that's exactly what your Stampinator Teflon should look like, a clean release.